Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1980s Smith-Corona Deville Deluxe vintage portable typewriter. I'll show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Don't really see too many 80s typewriters, but this one is pretty cool. I think Smith-Corona transitioned into computers or monitors or something at this time. Up top is the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the page in straight. I'm going to line that up with the edge of the platen, which is the main roller that feeds the paper. And these are the margins. I'm going to set this right margin around 70-ish, and the left one I'm going to keep that close to 0. And this is the paper support arm that flips up from the back. This is the paper bell. It's got 2 adjustable rollers. We're going to test those margins. That's pretty good. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. You hit this line space, gets it back to the beginning, and skips 1, 2, or 3 spaces. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, you just flip that switch back. It skips 2, 1 more, it skips 3. We're going to keep that on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line and switch from black to red. There's a switch on the right side here. Flip it all the way down, it prints the bottom portion of the ribbon. Have it in the middle, it prints no ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. Put it up top, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. And this specific machine, I guess, was marketed as a correction. So you can get ribbons that have white on the bottom, and that's for whiting out or correcting some mistakes. But we have a black and red ribbon. It works exactly the same. So we're going to use this as red instead. Beautiful typing machine. This is basically the same as your typical Smith-Corona Galaxy style typewriter. Pretty much exactly the same parts and everything. So, and it's just newer, so it's in excellent condition. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side here. You flip it forward and it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easy or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page, or else it won't load correctly. Shift on each side, shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. Backspace on the top left works great. We're going to put this down and put the color back up to black. So this has a few cool functions, just like the Galaxy style typewriters have, which is the power space. It's got all keys down button, so if your keys get stuck, you just push that and it brings it down, so you don't have to go in there and touch it, I guess, and you don't get ink on your fingers. MR below, MR is typical for most typewriters, but when you get to the end of the margin, it blocks you from printing. Hit that MR button, it allows you to go all the way to the end. What else does it have? It has these 2 custom keys. So these little, on the top ends here, these little black keys, they pop off, and you can get custom tops for those, and you just replace the tip, and that just pops right off too from the keys, these 2 keys. And you can still find those on eBay. Backspace on the left side works great. Tab on the top, should have tabs set on 10 space intervals. So we're gonna go and clear a couple of those just by hitting that clear button right next to it. So now we don't have any. This has a pretty good drag, but I like to set something in the middle so that way when you hit that tab button, it doesn't go all the way to the end, causing wear and tear on your typewriter. Touch control on the top left. The higher you go, the more tension there is when you hit the keys. The lower you go, the less tension. You don't have to hit the keys as hard for them to print. The top, so the Galaxy typewriters usually will slide forward. This one just pops off, so it's kind of, this is still metal though, but it's kind of like, I guess a streamlined type when it comes to that. This is your ribbon reverse, so all the brand new ribbons loaded on the left, so it's pulling to the right clockwise. You want to switch that direction, you just flip this back. It'll pull counterclockwise to the left. Push it up and it pulls to the right. And this just pops right down back in there. And the color and everything is new. Like, they didn't make the same color back then. I think that they're trying to make it look more like an electronic device in the 80s style. This is kind of the color they used for that style. Carriage release on each side. It's got the hard plastic carriage release levers. This is an original, but these break all the time. So if you need a replacement, check out my shop. I 3D print these since they don't make them anymore. And this is the carriage lock. So you lift that up, it releases the carriage and locks in the middle. So when you have it in the case, it doesn't bang around causing damage or anything to your internal gears. Carriage release on the left. This is the original as well. Very smooth. Pushing the button at the end, it disables the spacing so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You let it go, you get those clicks. Each one of those clicks is one space, and the same concept with this lever on the inside here. You flip that down, it disables the spacing. You flip it up, you get the clicks. And the set and end on the inside of the platen there is for warning on the bottom of the end of the page. So you load it right there below the 11 at that notch on the set side, and then it starts to tell you when you get close to the bottom of the page on the left in red, 2 inches, 1.5, 1 inches, and then that's the bottom. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.